So I played Impulse early and I have mixed feelings about it. So Impulse is dropping on the 24th of this month and it's only a few weeks away. There's a lot missing here, even in the demo. I'm not expecting it to be perfect because it is a demo. I'm not expecting it to have all of the content, but man, is it really lacking in depth. Impulse as of right now has 4 game modes. Team Deathmatch, which is pretty self-explanatory. Upload basically is like capture the flag, but with a neutral flag in like the center of the map, and you bring it to the opposing team's base. And then there's Intel, which is like oddball in Halo. You just kind of hold it until you score 5 points. And then capture the mech, which is quite literally capture the flag, however, with the in-game mech. Don't get me wrong, the game modes are pretty solid for a game to be dropping with. So far I've only played on 3 of the maps and they're okay. The gunplay actually feels pretty good. It's a mix between Titanfall and Splitgate kind of mashed together, and it's really satisfying, and the weapons that we have access to are all really good. The perks work very nicely, but here's where I start addressing some of my problems with the game. The movement for me felt pretty clunky during my time playing it. Sometimes I would end up going in directions I didn't really mean to. That might be partially a skill issue. However, it kind of felt frustrating. It was almost like I haven't used a keyboard before. The mech system, the entire premise of the game, what it's based around and marketed as, is really terrible. I mean, it's actually atrocious. For whatever reason, instead of copying Titanfall and allowing us to have our own personal mechs that we call and drop in and fight in mechs, instead mechs drop on the map that you have to fight the other team on. So they're neutral mechs that spawn every few minutes with like a 30-second countdown, and you'll fight the other team while this mech is dropping, and either team can grab the mech. But the mechs are the same for whoever grabs them as far as I'm aware, and there's no variation. The mechs are also really weak. There's no anti-mech weapons, and the mechs are pretty much big giant bullet sponges. You do not feel powerful in these things. A couple of guys will just tear apart your mech in a matter of seconds, actually. I'd be surprised if you even got 5 kills with the mech before it was destroyed, because it's actually just so irrelevant, and it's really disappointing to say. The movement in the mechs feel really clunky, the health isn't high enough, the damage isn't high enough, and it's all the same. The mech mechanic genuinely feels like it came straight out of a mobile game and was imported with PC graphics, which is really disappointing, because I was super looking forward to something that could be a successor to Titanfall 2, considering they're not going to release another one in the near future. But this game is just not it, man, and it breaks my heart because I see the potential here and I see that they didn't grab it, and it genuinely sucks. Basically as if an Advanced Warfare tacked mechs on. But the more I played it, it started to become more glaring, and it felt more and more like I was genuinely playing a mobile game. And I don't think this game is going to really captivate an audience for a long period of time with the way that things are. So I looked into it a little bit more, and it turns out that the developers that are making Impulse are the same developers, or at least have helped make Impulse. That kind of makes me doubt the game's success even more. As you know, both Splitgates didn't succeed, so with my opinions of the gameplay out of the way and what I experienced, mainly to do with the mechs, I kind of wanted to talk about the art style because I've seen that be a hot topic online. I honestly think it's kind of bland, man. I've seen this before 1,000 times and it's being done again. I can't even name what it's similar to because it's just this bland corporate slop type art style where it makes the game feel like it has no identity and no soul. Yet again, I'm gonna say this one more time. It looks like it copied the art style of a mobile game, and as you play it more, it feels more and more like a mobile game, aside from the gunplay. The gunplay is literally the best part about the game, which is important. When everything else feels like a mobile game, the gunplay isn't going to save you. Anyway, I wanted to kind of talk about this game before it comes out because all I've been seeing is people glazing this game on TikTok and on YouTube because they're all paid. And I'm not paid to review games. I'm not paid to talk about games. I'm not a game reviewer, but I'm not paid to talk about it. I'm going to give you my honest opinion, and I don't really think this is going to be worth your $20. It's not going to be worth your 20 bones. There are other games that are more worth buying, and if you wanted to spend any kind of money, I would just suggest that you went and bought Titanfall 2 because that's going to be a better bang for your buck even nowadays. This game will probably drop below Titanfall 2's player count, so I don't suggest you guys buy this one. I would sit out for the release, and maybe if it's better after a few months, pick it up then, man. But there's a lot wrong with the game, and there's a lot wrong with the core of the game, and that's my opinion. If I'm wrong, you guys can come back and flame me in the comments. But I want to know what you think most importantly. So leave a comment, like, subscribe, all the good stuff. I'll catch y'all later. Just a little quick video. I have something big coming up that I'm working on, and I'm really excited to share it with y'all. See ya.